Welcome to today's cryptocurrency news. Cryptocurrency prices today.
The price of Bitcoin, BTC, to US dollar, USDT, has increased by -7.44% compared to the same day last year, while the price of Ethereum, ETH, to USDT has increased by -2.77% compared to the same day last year, and the price of Binance Coin, BNB, to USDT has increased by -4.31% compared to the same day last year.
Latest news.
SEC chairman criticizes Bitcoin despite ETF approvals. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, chairman reiterates criticisms of Bitcoin despite approving ETFs. The chairman argues that Bitcoin has limited use cases other than illicit activities and has become more centralized over time. He questions the use of Bitcoin as a store of value and medium of exchange, while acknowledging the innovative potential of blockchain technology. The chairman highlights the centralization of Bitcoin mining, with just 2 mining pools controlling over 5% of the network's hash rate. In an interview, Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey supported a non-custodial new mining pool aimed at decentralizing the mining industry. Over 80% of Algorand token holders facing losses amid network challenges. Algorand's native token, Algo, is in losses for majority of users, with 80% of those holding the token experiencing losses. Data from blockchain intelligence firm Into the Block shows a drop in developer activity and a significant decrease in the number of profit and loss addresses on the network. Algorand's largest decentralized finance, DeFi, protocol, Algofi, shut down due to a confluence of events, and the platform decided to transition into withdrawal-only mode. Despite these challenges, Algorand's usage and transaction volume continue to rise. SEC Chair Gary Gensler gives little encouragement for spot Ethereum ETF approval. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has approved 10 spot Bitcoin ETFs, but SEC Chair Gary Gensler gave little encouragement when asked if a spot Ethereum ETF is poised to gain SEC approval anytime soon. Gensler emphasized Bitcoin's status as a commodity, likely drawing an implicit line between Bitcoin's unchallenged status as a commodity and the potential status of all other cryptocurrencies, including Ethereum, as securities. The SEC has yet to make official pronouncements about Ethereum's security status, but it has previously signaled in legal filings that it views all Ethereum transactions as falling under its jurisdiction. If the SEC were to view Ethereum as a security, it would likely make the regulator even more hostile to a spot Ethereum ETF than it was to a Bitcoin ETF, which it previously rejected for years before being forced to do so by a federal appeals court. The SEC was ordered to review Grayscale's Bitcoin ETF application in October because it could not arbitrarily deny a spot Bitcoin ETF after approving a Bitcoin futures ETF application. The SEC already approved an Ethereum futures ETF that same month, potentially setting up a parallel legal scenario. Ethereum's price has risen this week on excitement spurred by the spot Bitcoin ETF approvals, with the token approaching $2,700 for the first time since April 2022. BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust outperforms Bitcoin since launch. BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust, IBIT, has outperformed Bitcoin since its launch, with the cryptocurrency falling 10.2%, while IBIT has experienced a smaller loss of 8.9%. Valkyrie's BRR and Franklin Templeton's EZBC are the worst performing Bitcoin ETFs, with respective losses of 2.6% and 2.8%, similar to Bitcoin and Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, GBTC. EBIT and GBTC are currently leading in terms of volume, with IBIT and GBTC leading in terms of volume, respectively. GBTC, now a spot ETF, was previously a closed-ended fund with shares that could not be redeemed for Bitcoin. The discrepancy between the price of Bitcoin and the share price of ETFs is expected, as ETFs offer exposure to the underlying asset and the value of that exposure is influenced by its own supply, demand, and liquidity. BITO, the largest futures-backed Bitcoin ETF with over $2 billion in assets, is practically mirroring BlackRock's fund. Overperformance in BIT or any other ETF beating Bitcoin could indicate investor preferences, with those shares in higher demand relative to the rest. Ethereum-Based projects surge following SEC's approval of Bitcoin ETFs. Ethereum-based projects experienced significant growth following the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's (SEC) approval of 11 Bitcoin ETFs. Ether's price jumped by 5% to $2,670, its highest point since May 2022. The Ethereum Name Service's native token, ENS, also increased by nearly 20% after the SEC's decision, pushing its weekly gains to over 86%. The growth of Ethereum-based projects indicates increased optimism in the ecosystem despite uncertainty surrounding the approval of a spot Ether exchange-traded fund, ETF. Decisions on approval for spot Ether ETFs are expected from the agency starting in May, with heavyweights such as BlackRock, Invesco, ARK, VanEck, and Grayscale awaiting approval. Ethereum's classification is more complicated than Bitcoin's, making the approval for an Ether ETF less straightforward. However, Steve McClurg, co-founder and chief investment officer of Valkyrie Funds, recently said that current market conditions are favorable for such an offering. Ethereum's ecosystem is also showing signs of resilience, with notable GitHub activity over the past 60 days. This commitment from developers ahead of a potential spot Ether ETF indicates confidence in the project's potential success. Shiba Inu burn rate increases, reducing circulating supply and boosting price. Shiba Inu's burn rate has increased by 4%, resulting in a reduction of its circulating supply. Over the past 24 hours, more than 16.5 million tokens were removed from circulation. The burning mechanism aims to reduce the massive SHIB supply, potentially making it scarcer and more valuable over time. The price of Shiba Inu has shown an uptrend, with a 5% increase on a weekly basis, but has experienced a correction. The development of the Layer 2 blockchain solution Shibarium may have contributed to the recent upswing in SHIB's value. Total transactions on Shibarium have surpassed 250 million, while wallet addresses have exceeded 1.3 million. Quantum Cat's NFT collection launches on Bitcoin blockchain. Taproot Wizards is launching a new collection of NFTs called Quantum Cats on the Bitcoin blockchain. The collection is a tribute to the early code developed by Satoshi Nakamoto. The Quantum Cats Ordinals contains 3,333 cat images minted using Ordinals inscriptions. The collection cost $66,000 to create and used 10 megabytes of encrypted on-chain data. A special edition of the Ordinal called Genesis Cat by digital artist Far is being auctioned at Sotheby's from Friday until January 22nd. Over 50 million Ordinal inscriptions have been minted since the protocol launched last January. CBOE launches Bitcoin and Ethereum margin futures. The Chicago Board Options Exchange, CBOE, has introduced margin futures for Bitcoin and Ethereum. The exchange had previously halted trading of Bitcoin futures contracts settled in US dollars in March 2019. VanEck to donate 5% of Bitcoin ETF profits to non-profit Brink for at least 10 years. VanEck will donate 5% of its profits from its Bitcoin ETF to Brink for at least 10 years, without any conditions. Brink will have complete control and discretion over the resources to support Bitcoin developers. Allcell Group appoints new CEO and launches Polygon for Globalization strategy. Allcell Group, a Hong Kong-based licensed virtual asset trading platform, has appointed Pan Jiong as its new CEO. The company has also launched its 2024 Globalization strategy, focusing on 4 strategic pillars: global business expansion, service innovation, collaborative digital finance development, and adherence to regulatory compliance. Pan Jiong has held senior management positions in companies in the fields of digital assets, online real estate platforms, cybersecurity, and e-commerce. He will lead the Allcell team in providing high-quality services to institutional clients and individual investors. Allcell Group announces board changes and company name update. Allcell Group, the parent company of Hong Kong's licensed virtual asset trading platform Allcell, has announced several updates. The company has completed a new share issuance under special authorization, updated its board of directors with new members, changed the CEO, chairman, authorized representatives, and board committees, and updated its name and logo. The company previously announced that BC Technology Group's shareholders had approved the subscription agreement with BGX and the company's name changed to Ocell Group. Genesis settles with NYDFS, loses bid license and pays $1 million fine. Genesis cryptocurrency exchange has settlement with New York Department of Financial Services, NYDFS, resulting in the forfeiture of its bid license and payment of an $1 million fine. Exchange will also cease operations in New York. Taki Games to launch play-to-earn experiences on Polygon following merger and acquisitions. Taki Games, a crypto-powered social app, has announced plans to launch play-to-earn experiences on Polygon after merging with blockchain studio Unite and acquiring mobile games. The company will launch its native Taki token on Polygon and reward players with the token through play-to-earn games. Taki's deflationary token rewards model, called Takinomics, involves buying back and burning as many tokens as it rewards to players to gradually reduce the circulating supply. The company aims to grow Web3 gaming by transforming multi-billion-dollar markets into value that gamers can keep for themselves. Taki Games will continue to support the Taki token on Solana and plans to build across more chains using the same buy and burn model.
Thank you for watching today.
Bless the audience to make a lot of money in the currency circle. It is hoped that the audience can grasp investment opportunities, invest rationally, and earn reasonable returns. At the same time, the audience is also reminded that investment is risky and needs to be treated with caution, and they should not blindly follow suit or overtrade.